Yeah, I'll do that. This defense line, on the other hand, is going to get a little bit less defended, but you're going to have way better artillery, though. And one group of artillery is actually going to be held back in reserve to figure out wherever the attack is going to go. You're also going to get a little bit better recon. There we go. Down here in the south, it's basically going to be just a shell of an assault force. Their job basically is just to cut off the border. Nothing too crazy, that way they're going to be a little underwhelmed. Austrian, you can do the ×7, I'll do ×7 there. You 2, not you. You, okay. No. These guys are actually in the south, they're going to have the majority of our infantry, sorry. And the guys going to Calgary are going to have the rest. Okay. I forgot where I was sending these guys. Yeah, I've been to Alberta when I was a lot younger. When I was actually in the military. Waste 3 is done. Ooh. Where to take that? So I know where all the majority of the weapons, like the military stuff, is. Look at military base out here. This is actually CFB Edmonton, which is kind of funny. And then we got Cold Lake up there. There, right there. Always, every time I look at a map, I always think Cold Lake is further north. Are these guys heading towards Alberta? They are. They can't do anything until they actually go into Alberta, so... do I want to have troops there? Because they're going to get struck right off the hop by aircraft. It's one of the problems. And we're short one group of infantry, that's no big deal. Because we've got a whole bunch of it still in reserve, which we're going to hold back. What were you? You were an engineer. We'll hold you back for now. Transport vehicles for supply are going to go with the artillery. And these guys are basically just going to get spread out a little bit. Because here the job is just to go across the border and hit... Ooh, Wainwright. Or Sheffield. It's freaking Wainwright. That might be a bit of an actual fight that I wasn't thinking about. Let's deploy those extra units we've got. Yeah, they're all in Ontario from the looks of... Oh no, they're... Well, those are the Starlifters. They're going to come over here. View ground units. Why do we have ground units in the water? Well, anyways, they're going to come there. Like, I know you're amphibious, but you're not that amphibious. You can't go into the middle of freaking Lake Superior. I mean, you could if there was not much water. Not much water. If it wasn't, like too crazy, but, and, like, really calm, but still. We have an Air Force base up here, don't we? We do. Perfect. And we're going to send these guys back there for now. Okay, ground units are moving on. You, Starlifter, are going to be in position with the rest of them, which are right here, right? Yeah. You, on the other hand, are going to go to the border, the southern part of it. And you're going to go on air patrol all the way up to Gold Lake. And then, just to make things a little bit more interesting, these two Mirage 2000s are both going to escort our AWAC. Okay. All four of our Starlifters. I think we have another airbase somewhere, don't we? Thought we did. We have the one here. But I'm going to go there. I do have to make a certain area in our country a Special Forces only location, so... Actually, you know what? That extra artillery is going to come down here. Mainly because I forgot about Sheffield. Yeah, it's one of those things where you know your plan never to be 100% honest with you will go past the first phase. Your initial plan will always be changed. Don't always try to stick with the same plan. Okay, Colorado is down here, so I don't have to worry about that. Agriculture and metal ore, okay. Yeah, so you never really have to worry too much about your plan. I always just use them as a like a primary functionality. I usually use them to just be like, okay, this is what the plan is, this is what I'm going to do with them, blah, blah, blah. So we'll also have some special forces done. I think I might primarily use our special forces come the war with BC, just so I can use them with our light infantry on Vancouver Island. Which reminds me, let's look at some more technology, shall we? Western Germany, you do have technology that I don't have. You're requesting $14 billion, and it's 17. So you're asking for basically $2 on the dollar. I'm good with that. I'm a little shocked that we haven't had any aggressiveness down here in the States yet. I mean, we're not playing on easy or anything like that. We're playing on some, you know, I mean, we're playing on hard, so. The only catch-22 is because I'm playing as Ontario. I know pretty much where all the units are in Canada, and I know who I can invade, and basically as long as I don't invade any states in the US, I'm fine. I'm actually a little surprised that no one else in Canada is getting pissed off at me right now. Usually, Quebec declares war on me first, by the time I'm usually in Saskatchewan. But none of them have allied themselves with each other yet, which is kind of a little bit of a surprise. Like, I don't know if I've done something somewhere that's caused them to kind of rethink plans or something. I don't know, honestly. They have one ally, Vermont. They have none. Alright, we are going to declare war on on Edmonton. So first things first. All three of these guys are going up there with these two. Now there should be some F-18s up there. Should be. Really? There seems to not be. That is good to know. The first batch of actual fighting is in the south, which we kind of realized once I remembered about Sheffield. I'm contemplating the fact that I may have actually done a massive blow to the Alberta military when I went to war with Saskatchewan and maybe Manitoba that I didn't think about. Move these guys up. It's an F-15. Let's move this guy back, recapture. Okay. They have some air support. These guys are going to push up. And there's some BC units, which is going to help our war with BC. Combat engineers. Send these aircraft back home. We captured CFB Sheffield. We're not going to order these guys. Up. These guys are just going to follow in behind. So the definite difference between this war and the last one is that this one I'm playing it very, very more casual. Or, sorry, more safe. Sorry, not casual. Just slowly advancing, playing on normal, not to be trying to be too aggressive. Trying to keep my my air superiority and utilizing my air superiority. There we go. Let's see if this is where they're going to try and push a lot for the next little bit. Let's start doing airstrikes down here in the south. Air units only. Return to base, please. So I'm a little shocked that we were able to capture, like, Cold Lake is pretty much useless at this point. Right, so these guys need to start advancing a lot faster. Because as you can see, American units are more and more every day are crossing the border. And that we can't have, and we're having it again right now. The whole point of having this military force in the south is to cut them off. And that's the only purpose of these guys in the south at this point. Oh. Damn, this little hole of situation here is really starting to hurt. Yeah, let's make some more pushes here towards Calgary now. There's only an Air Force base here in the south, though. And we've cut them off. So right now the other... Oh, they have deals with BC now as well. It's probably transit treaties, which are not good. But at least they can't attack straight up through the bottom of us, which is good. So they have to go through the mountains, which means their supply is going to be pretty crappy. Right. And then once Calgary falls... So we've lost some units pushing for Calgary, but I don't mind. Come on, guys.